Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Reliable NBA, man. I know you've seen the title, and I know I'm about to really bamboozle people, hop on the bandwagon, but this is just a little short, let's say, snippet, a short sample size of what I'm seeing so far in the NBA. All right, now Trae Young, as most of y'all probably know, is going crazy. Now, for me to say Trae Young is going to be the MVP of the 2019-2020 season is just wild and just super presumptuous and just jumping on it early. But let's really think about it. Before anything started this season, all the duos came together. There was no more super teams. People who were by themselves, stars by themselves, got other stars, and that alone not only opened up the NBA Finals championship. It could be anybody. It's wide open. It also opened it up for MVPs. Now let's think about this. Before, Curry getting an MVP was obvious because he was the best player, on the Golden State Warriors, and they were doing amazing. But as soon as Kevin Durant joins, all of a sudden he's not really talked about being MVP. Now Kevin Durant leaves, and I remember people at the beginning yo man, there's no Clay, there's no Kevin Durant, Curry's about to go crazy, Curry's about to do this and that, be MVP, all this good stuff. All right, now you don't think much of LeBron and AD being MVPs because they're together. Kawhi and Paul George, Russell, Harden. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the thought. So you kind of take those guys out the MVP race. Not saying that they can't do it, because they can. I mean, Russell's not going to take away from James Harden when it comes in terms of winning and losing, but he will take away from his touches on the ball and his stats and the way he was playing. That leaves a couple people to me personally. It could still be Curry. Golden State has been starting off pretty rough. That's the only problem I have with Curry right now. He didn't come out with a hot start, but there's still 79 games left. Now, I compare that to someone like Trae Young, who's had a hot start, but as a sophomore player with the team he has around him, literally when he's on the court, they do great. He's just produced. I'm talking 30-something points a game, passing. I'm making players like rookies. He has rookies on his team, making them better. Yeah, they're good rookies, but he's literally making them better, making his team around him better, and they're competing with top talent. Look at the footage in the background. This is the Eastern Finals favorite, to be in the finals, the Philadelphia 76ers. They lost this game by 1. Like I said, it's a small sample size. You can't just go off of that. But personally, I would say the only person that's really challenging someone like Trae Young, I know it's crazy that I'm saying this, but just hear me out. Someone like Giannis, of course. Why? Or Jokic. Why? Because they're still the lone star on their team, and their team around them is actually very good. They're definitely contenders. Now, why Atlanta's not a finals contender is because even though they have a MVP caliber in Trae Young, they're, like I said, the team around him is not really gonna push them to have super high seedings. Definitely not gonna get them all the way through the playoffs and the finals, and that's kind of what people look for. But to me, MVP is it's a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? One person gets the MVP. It does have to do with how you play for your team. But if he can get the 3rd, 4th seed, and I say he as in Trae Young because he's literally the team. A lot of great players around him, but he is literally the man. All right, y'all remember when Curry went crazy? Don't forget about Steve Nash back in the day. And people do compare Trae Young to Steve Nash. Back in the day, Steve Nash, 2 MVPs. He outdid Kobe Bryant. All right, everybody knows how Kobe Bryant is. He outdid Kobe because he was such a pivotal piece for the team. Yeah, he may not, their team may not be amazing or do, something amazing like that, but the East is weak enough. Listen, the East is weak enough that if Atlanta were to get a decent enough of a record, like I said, 3rd, 4th seed, kind of maybe rival that Nets or Brooklyn team. Not Brooklyn, I'm tripping. What am I saying? The Boston team. They rival those guys. They get up in the high tier seedings. You gotta look at Trae Young this guy really don't have. He has promising teammates and players, but these ain't Eric Bledsoes and Joel Embiid's and they're not those type of support role players. You know what I'm saying? They got, like I said, they got rookies and 3-year players, 2nd-year players. I see if Trae Young keeps it up the way he's playing, and he should, because it's just the way he plays is so good. He understands the game. He's hard to guard. The floor spacing, the team they have now is really amazing. So yes, I'm not necessarily saying he's gonna be MVP, but this is my case for him. Someone like I said, Jokic and Giannis, they have a better team around them than Trae Young. So if Trae Young can keep his level of play up there and keep their team up there, especially in a weak Eastern team, and you compare what they have around them, I say you get the MVP to Trae. I'm just saying. Now, you can disagree with me, in the comment section down below. But if you like the video, if you like what I'm going for, you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Just think about it. With all the duos, the MVP, like that hardcore MVP, like some guys like LeBron and AD, they got to share those stats, those numbers, those minutes. They got to share the ball. Trae Young is literally the focal point. A lot of MVPs are the focal point. Giannis last year won it, focal point of the team. James Harden, focal point of the team. That year Russell won it, focal point of the team. All right, a lot of these guys are the main guy, but they still have to win. That's the only problem with Atlanta Hawks. That's the only thing holding Trae back, is the lack of his team's veteranship and experience. That's the only thing that's gonna hold him back. But like I said, the East is weak enough. We could see something good here. Go ahead, like I said, leave a comment, leave a like. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.